Thank you very much, Shocks, and welcome back, everyone. So Millennium moved to third place in the league now, clearly setting themselves aside. And we want to go straight back to the start, the picks and bans in the beginning of that game. A couple of choices to go with straight away, immediately, Syndra LeBlanc once again.
So this is the first time I've seen Syndra into LeBlanc in Europe, where I haven't gone, that didn't work. Pekka out-farmed Kerb by a massive margin. He was containing him. They traded 1-for-1, and that was the first time you could really see the mechanical level of a Syndra player matching up against a LeBlanc. Interestingly, Kevin playing not Irelia for the first time in 5 games. He had 4 back-to-back-to-back on Irelia. And I also want to consider, had the Syndra not been Syndra and been swapped to a Twisted Fate, it may have countered Evelyn, it may have countered Twitch. There was some discussion about whether or not that pick was really ideal because there wasn't a lot of damage on the Fnatic squad.
And it's not only the Syndra, it's also the Twitch. You got to think, they went with Lee Sin as the first pick option, of course, for Cyanide, but it left LeBlanc and Twitch open, which Millennium, of course, picked up. And they were the big game changers in this match.
Yeah, they really, really were. The one thing that I really liked about the Evelyn that was locked in by Cotnex a little later is how he backed up his teammates. The first replay that we've got, if we pull that up onto your screens right now, is Fnatic making a play onto Kevin. They tried to shut him down. Let's roll this clip out. And what I want you guys to keep your eyes on is the mini-map. You'll notice that Cotnex is trying to save Kevin, delaying the attack, but look at Kerb, look at J-Reed, they're coming in for support, and all of a sudden, this 3v1, after the Blood Well is popped, now becomes an advantageous situation for Millennium. The burst damage is great, and J-Reed, with an incredible flash Zenith Blade, he ends up saving Kevin's life, so it's 2 for 0. That was the kills and the goal that Kerb needed to just start accelerating finding picks. But the thing is, they did trade picks back and forth often throughout this entire game. It was very exciting to watch.
Yeah, it just showed how close these two teams were, and you could tell actually that they do practice against one another quite a lot in this matchup. But another fight that broke out, very close, but again, it was the LeBlanc making the picks.
Yes, and again, an Evelyn with a flank. Let's pull that second replay up onto your screen. This comes in a little later in the game, but before we start, 40 minutes in, there's only 2,000 gold that separates these teams. Millennium had great dragon control, but Fnatic were farming like absolute machines. Let's roll this clip out and keep your eye on Cottonex's position. He's gonna get a great 3-man flank with that Aghanim Embrace. Comes in from the sideline, is going to just split up Fnatic. You'll see that Reckless is just miles away out of the fight. And I love the burst damage that comes onto Creaton in just a moment here. Very good plays. We do see that Cyanide unfortunately gets popped out, which happened a few times. Let's roll this clip through at normal speed, just so we can see the final pick. And basically, every single time an engage happened, Millennium had the single target damage and CC to find a pick, which got them a little further ahead, and Kerb would close it out.
Yeah, such fantastic play. All out with a trackball, who would have thought? So Millennium now in clear third place. Of course, it means Fnatic fall down to fourth place, equal with Super Hot Crew. How do we see these teams leveling out? We're about halfway through the season now. Millennium
needs to play something other than pick comps. I'm going to keep calling them out. They keep playing pick comps. And yes, it's working for them, but they played pick against quasi-pick from Fnatic and came out ahead. If Fnatic had better map control, those picks may not have happened.
Well, we need to take a quick caster cooldown, and when we return, it will be time for our last match of the day. It's going to be Alliance facing off against the Copenhagen Wolves. We're going to be right back.